Hey everybody, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing very well. We're going to finish off the job we've got, which is going to take us to Enid. I don't know why. Oh, I need to reset navigation. There we go. I don't know why it was taking me around that way. Yeah, we're going to head to Enid. We're currently in Nebraska, just outside of North Platte. Then we're going to head into Oklahoma. Then we're going to head to Kansas, Wichita, and then we're going to Dodge City. Wow, cool. Then we're going to head into Oklahoma. If we have time, we might go to one of the other new places, but we might not. Depends. We got 464 miles left to go, so we'll see. Maybe a quick job or something into there to set us up. But yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's get driving. We obviously have this massive truck, if you remember last time and the time before, with this crane on it, and it is absolutely huge. So yeah, that's providing a challenge for everyone, isn't it? Well, just me actually, but you know. But yeah, I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, feeling much better now than compared to when I recorded the last couple of episodes. I was better than when I was really ill, but yeah, I was still struggling a little bit with those. Yeah, let's go back in the cab for a bit. I don't mind this Volvo. I'm not sure I would personally buy it, but you know, it's not a terrible truck. I don't think any of them are terrible trucks, are they? I think kind of the whole point of having licensed trucks is like they're never going to have a terrible truck, right? Because why would you? Why on earth would you want to give your truck to somebody who's just going to make it look worse compared to other trucks? So I always kind of feel like I wonder, like in real life, how well these trucks compare. I guess when it comes down to it, with a lot of these trucks, it's probably about reliability, service kind of quality, and stuff like that, rather than, oh, does the truck look good? That's that, you know. I don't think truckers probably care that much. But yeah, so we've got 444 miles left of this, which is one of the longest deliveries I think I've ever done, in all honesty. I can't remember many more that I've done which were longer. Although I've done a few in Euro Truck Sim, which have spanned a few different countries. I guess the difference between American and Euro Truck Sim is that the size of a state in American Truck Sim is pretty much the size of a country in Euro Truck Sim, or should we say a collection of the smaller countries. So, you know, when I travel across 4 states doing a trip, or might be 5 actually, that is a heck of a lot. That distance doesn't quite correlate, I don't think, to what I'm trying to say is the scale is not quite the same. I mean, maybe it is, I don't know. I would be interested to see, actually. It might be something I look up off camera to see. I think what I would guess would be that the scale is slightly lower in American Truck Sim than it is in Euro Truck Sim, but I could be wrong because America is pretty big. See you later, Kenworth. I was looking at the new Mack truck they have. I'll show you guys after this delivery, actually. It's interesting, I think. I like it when it doesn't have its sleeper cab on it, I'll put it that way. I don't necessarily like the sleeper cab. There's certain trucks which look good with a sleeper cab. By that I mean the kind of extended cab. Ooh, whoa. What's going on there? There's a police car halfway across the road. What's that about? They pulled some guy over. Ooh, what's this? A history in a drive-through form. Oh, looks like we're going to go outside the truck to have a look at this bad boy. Now, what is this, eh? There's a video thing on the other side of the road, which is a little annoying. So I would like to know more about this. It looks very cool. Is this like the entrance to something? What does it say on this sign? It just says archway. Ah. Interesting. Yeah, this truck is struggling a little bit with this payload, I think. We don't seem to be able to get to our top speed, which is probably not helping our time either. I'll be interested to see whether or not we have how much time it took us to do this compared to what we're allowed. But yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. It's been interesting. We've had lots of different kind of climates going through. The rivers do look very good here. I will give them credit for that. Water hasn't always been their strong point, is what I would say. Oh, there's cows. Cows. Are they cows or are they horses? They're cows. Oh dear, bus has broken down. Everything's going on around here, isn't it? We're carrying straight on. That's absolutely fine. We've got petrol, we've got rest. We just need to be able to drive straight. That would be helpful. Yeah, I think we'll make this in good time. We've already done close to 100 miles and it's barely taken us any time at all. So maybe another 15, 20 minutes or so. We should be there, I hope. It's been a long old trek, this one. I haven't done it in one go. I did the last two episodes kind of back to back a bit, which is probably why the second episode went a little bit off tangent, where I just started rambling about other video games. But that is also what this kind of videos are about. In a lot of ways, you just kind of ramble because usually, you know, it's just a kind of relaxing, cozy game. In a way, where you deliver stuff in a big truck. So there generally isn't a lot of action going on, unless you make it. We've actually managed to get up to 74 miles an hour, which I'm pretty impressed with. There's a police car there. And I had to check. See, now we're even speeding. It's amazing. It's a hot air balloon in the distance. That's something, actually, that reminds me, a game I'm super looking forward to coming out, like really hyped for, is the new Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've been watching videos about it and it looks incredible. Oh, by the way, if you hear snoring, that is my dog. He's laying next to me. Maverick, that is, the frog, and he is snoring away. He insisted upon sleeping next to me. He ruined my last video by just constantly chewing an antler, and now he is just laying next to me. Every now and then he will fart and cause an absolute stench, and he will just snore. But that's what dogs do, and I'd say that's why we love them. Right, I think we can go right now. I need to kind of take this corner quite wide. It hasn't actually been too bad though driving this. I think because it articulates like two places, it's not too bad. There's a big old... I'd love them to have a Buc-ee's in this. That would be awesome. I was going to say it's a big old gas station, but Buc-ee's looks insane. If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, just check for it on TikTok or something like that. YouTube probably has videos on Buc-ee's. It's just like, it's basically like a petrol station that has a supermarket on it, and it's and has like 25 pumps. It's very American. Bigger is better, you know. River's a bit low. I'm starting to yawn in real life now. It's actually about, what time is it now? It's only 8:15. I've got got some pork belly in the oven, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'm home alone at the minute this weekend. My wife's away, and I think, I don't know if this is the thing with everyone else, but like, I feel like me and my wife, we have quite different kind of eating preferences in terms of the food, and there's certain things we like together, so we tend to kind of eat those. But then there's certain things which she really doesn't like, so I tend to eat those when she's not around. And for lunch, I made myself like a proper Scooby-Doo sandwich, where it was like I got like a big, like a half baton of bread, and then filled it with tomatoes, cucumber, black olives, gherkins, like sliced gherkins, ham, chicken with stuffing, mustard mayo, rocket. I think that was it, and it was absolutely delicious. It was really good. That is not something she would... I say it's not something she would have liked. She probably would have liked it without the olives and without the mustard mayo. I think that's probably it. No, the gherkins as well. She hates gherkins. Yeah. Otherwise she probably would have eaten it, but I was just like, this is a proper Scooby-Doo sandwich. I didn't do the Scooby-Doo thing and then eat it in one go, obviously. It took me a while. It was a big old sandwich, but it's meant that I haven't really been hungry yet, so it's like 8:30 and I just put the pork belly in, which I plan to eat this evening, and it's going to take an hour and a half. So I'm like, it's going to be about 9:30 by the time I'm eating it, which I don't know if that's good or bad, to be completely honest with you. I feel like everything is just on a, you know, they say don't eat at certain times, etc., but like, it just depends what time you got up and what time you go to bed, I guess, right? You can eat at 9 o'clock if you're not going to bed until 2 a.m. or something. I don't plan on going to bed at 2 a.m. though, I'll just like to point that out. It's way past my my bedtime. I very much prefer being an early riser. I think in my youth, when I say youth, I mean teens and 20s, I was definitely not a morning person. I did not enjoy it at all. But I think as I've kind of... I've got to put in for a weight inspection. I think as I've gotten older, I've really preferred kind of getting up early in the morning and getting things done to feeling like you've kind of wasted the day. You're going to make me reverse, aren't you? Oh, come on. That is an absolute scumbag move, because now they're going to fine me for not weighing, right? But I can't do anything about it. Cool. That's the first ever weigh station I've missed. 50 hours of this game I've played. Unbelievable. That was close. thought so. 700 quid. Lovely. Unbelievable. It's a big old aerial there, isn't it? Anyway, as I was saying, I much prefer mornings, I think, to staying late at night. I kind of get to the point now where I'm like, there's nothing going on late at night, so what's the point of being awake? I do kind of, and I'm very much a person who is absolutely fine with 8 hours sleep a night. Like, I don't like any more. I don't nap, but also I don't like getting less. I can 7 I'm alright with. Anything less than that, I do not like at all, and I won't function properly. But on the other side of it, like 8 is like perfect. I don't need any more than that. Any more than that is a waste for me. And if I get too much, then I also just almost just feel overtired or undertired. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, it doesn't feel good. So I've always been a super lucky person. I think I mentioned this before on the channel, but so the reason why I kind of got into ASMR all these years ago when I first started my channel was because I started watching ASMR because I used to struggle sleeping. The job I used to have, I was a cinema manager, and we used to have late nights, we used to have early mornings, and the different shift patterns really kind of played havoc with me, and I was struggling. Sometimes I'd lay in bed at night and I just couldn't sleep at all, and I'd go to work the next day and I literally hadn't slept, and I'd be a bit of a zombie until I could go home again, and then I'd just go in bed and sleep, and it isn't a particularly healthy kind of lifestyle, that. And I was just looking for anything that could help me, and I obviously just discovered it on the channel, on YouTube, sorry, and just started to kind of watch them and realise that it was helping me to kind of relax and that. But also, I think then over the years, I kind of got used to that kind of shift pattern. And I mean, nowadays I have absolutely no problem sleeping whatsoever. I'll literally go to bed and I'll be asleep within 5 minutes. It really frustrates my wife, but like literally, I'll go to bed and I'll just go to sleep. There is, for whatever reason, it's like my brain just goes, oh, we're in bed now, we're going to sleep. That's what it is. And I don't know what necessarily changed in me that I was able to do that. I think some of it was to do with wanting to go to sleep. So I think sometimes, the sunflower state. So is this, now we're in Kansas, I guess. I think sometimes I'd go to bed, but I wouldn't kind of be ready for bed. And so it would be like, I'd just kind of watch videos or whatever, but my brain wasn't really ready to go to bed. And it wouldn't switch off, and then I think it would just I'd end up like just laying awake, and my brain just wouldn't switch off. And then I think I kind of came to the conclusion of I don't really know what it was, whether it wasn't really a conscious decision. It was almost like a subconscious thing where my brain just kind of went, yeah, it doesn't do you any good to be awake, so we're just going to shut down and you're just going to go to sleep. It was almost like a thing where it was like getting fed up with staying awake and feeling like poop because of that, and then just kind of going, okay, almost like my brain just kind of subconsciously just reacted to it and went, oh, okay, yeah, I can see you're not going to survive if you don't get sleep, so we're just going to send you to sleep as soon as you go to bed. Almost kind of like did that, and it just kind of like trained me to do that. And as I said, now I just go to sleep. The caveat to it is that if I wake up when I'm asleep, then I'm awake. Like, my body goes, okay, you're up now. There's no drift back to sleep, that kind of thing. If I wake up for so I would say if I wake up and I have to kind of do something, whether it's like I have to get up and go to the loo, if I have to take the dogs out or do something like that. Wichita. I think we're coming out of Kansas now, actually, yeah. Flying through it, aren't we? Yeah, then my body will basically turn around and go, you're awake and you're not going back to sleep. And then I will do the thing where I will lay in bed just awake because it won't go back to sleep. So I have to be very careful. With kind of waking up in a way. And also I don't nap either. So the only time I can nap is if, oh dear, what's going on here? Oh God, it's one of these ones where it's like trying to take you off the road. But I'm not going to do that. I love doing this. See you later, suckers. Nice open road for me. Yeah, so as I say, I don't struggle to go to sleep. I don't struggle kind of with my kind of 8 hours. I will naturally wake up somewhere around 8 a.m. in the morning. So I generally try to go to sleep just before midnight. And then, yeah, get my 8 hours, and yeah, and also I don't tend to kind of, I do on occasion, I guess I tend to kind of lay in bed, but I'm usually pretty good at just kind of getting up. Like waking up and being like, yep, I'm getting up now. Rather than feeling like I have to kind of have brain fog and I need to wake up or something like that. So this is a toll booth, but it's not a toll booth on this way. Okay, gotcha. So this is heading to Oklahoma. I won't start singing. Although I did perform in a school musical of Oklahoma, so I do know some of the songs. Well, I probably know some of the choruses of some of the songs. I don't know the actual songs. I also don't know if I've ever seen Oklahoma, like the film version of it. I'm probably not missing that much, to be fair. But yeah, so going back to the sleep thing, it was it was really the reason why I got into kind of making these videos was that were we supposed to go down there? Okay, fine. $2. When you're in Euro Truck Simulator, it's like $40. Yeah, so it's the reason why this channel exists, really, is because I used to have trouble sleeping. It's a funny thing, isn't it, really? I imagine it's probably the reason why most people's channels exist. Certainly early on, maybe there's a thing more recently where people are a bit like, oh, that's popular, I'll do that. You can bypass it, the way it's actually good. Yeah, although I think that YouTube's a very different place nowadays. I think that gone are the I don't want to call them the grifters, but gone are the people who were there to make a quick buck. You know, I feel like, and I might be wrong here, I feel like they've moved to TikTok and they're now selling things on TikTok, which is my pet hate with TikTok and why I actually think that Reels on Instagram is better than TikTok, because there's no one there trying to sell me stuff. I really despise it on TikTok actually. It's such tat, you know? It's such like drop shipping tat. If you don't know what drop shipping is, drop shitting it should be called actually. If you don't know what drop shipping is, it's where basically I would take a product on Amazon or wherever, probably AliExpress or somewhere, and say I buy it for $2. I'd then set it up on a marketplace and sell it for like $4 and charge shipping. So it's like, it's taking advantage of like people who think they're getting a bargain maybe, but don't necessarily do their research, which you could say is their own fault, but it's just a very kind of, it's not a great practice. And you can argue and say, well, that's what shops do, right? You don't buy straight from the supplier, but this isn't even buying straight from the supplier. It's quite often buying from the secondary like marketplace, you know, like the Amazon or AliExpress or wherever, and then selling it on for like a third kind of place, rather than, you know, the marketplace and the direct from the supplier. You're now the third link in the chain where everyone's taking a bit of cash. Oh, have we got to stop here? I imagine we should stop, because that train would kick our ass. One day I can see a world. That was so close, I thought that car was moving. One day I see a world where, like with something like War Thunder or something like that, where we have train simulator, truck simulator, bus simulator. You just have everybody just existing in a world as you would do in a world normally, but they're just simulating everything, you know. It's almost like Second Life or something like that, but people are doing jobs that they could just be doing in real life. Yeah. But yeah, going back to TikTok, because it really annoys me. I really hate the tat they sell on there, and I really hate the people who sell it, and it really puts me off using the app, because I actually like TikTok. I think it's actually a really interesting place, and I used to really like Vine because it was just funny, and I think TikTok has some cool stuff, and also it kind of brought back the kind of animated shorts as a thing, because YouTube used to have a good kind of animation community, and then when they basically turned around and was like, you can only make money if you have a 10-minute video, the animated stuff just kind of died, because nobody could make 10-minute animations, you know. They were always like a minute or something, minute and a half sort of thing, and TikTok kind of brought it back, and so I thought it was like, that's really cool. There's a viewpoint over it of something or other. We'll have to have a look at that in a minute. But this is where we should be delivering to. Ah, cool. If you think I'm parking this thing as well, you've got an absolute other thing coming, because I will not be able to park this. Sorry, my dog just started barking for absolutely no reason. I did choose to park it because I figured I just can't go wrong with this, right? It's literally straight ahead of me, and it gives me a tiny little bit of XP. did it. We did it, ladies and gentlemen. I feel quite proud of that trip. So that trip was 1,657 miles. It took us 64 hours to do that trip. We got $76,000 for it. We got a proficiency bonus, a long distance, and a high value bonus. And we got 3,840 XP for it. Doesn't feel like a lot, does it? But we did. Oh, we did go up a level. Okay, so I can do another high value, I think. Oh, I miss our Mac. Yeah. Okay, we're back up to 160,000. So here's the thing now: is where we are is not where our truck is, right? Our truck's still up there. Oh, look at the money for this. Oh, that one will take us all the way down to Texas. 119,000. Oh, this one's actually even better. Price per mile, $77 per mile. That is so good. Because it's high value and it has a class 6. Bromine. Your bromine. We're not going to do that, by the way. We want to... What I need to do now is I need to explore more of the new states that I've got. We've obviously been... We could fast travel. I think we can do that. How do we do that? If we go down to Oklahoma, there is a way to do this, isn't there? Because I have done this before. I think it's under. Is it under navigation? Quick travel. There we go. Okay. So we're going to quick travel down to Enid, because that's where we went to. It'll cost us 3,000 quid. Whatever. We got cash, and that way we've got our Mac, which is nice. And then we can actually have a look at the freight market here and go, what's a good job? Wow, there's some good jobs here. Oh, that's not nearby. Oh dear. Right, what have we got? Yeah, we want it price per distance, yes, but we don't really want like anything long distancey. I'd like to go into Arkansas. So, no, there we go. That one's Arkansas. It's only 10 grand. We could do this. Oh, I missed our Mac. If you haven't seen my truck, maybe for some weird reason these are the first videos you watched. This is the truck I own. I love it. I think it is awesome. I spent a lot of money on this truck. I'm in a lot of debt. Okay, yeah, it's only 10 miles away, this job, so I think we're going to do this job on this this particular video. Why not? I think we go around this way. It feels very quick. But then again, it should do, because we haven't got a giant, great big giant, great big trailer attached to us. A lot of traffic up here, isn't there? Oh, I love this truck. I would drive this truck in real life, without a doubt. like just as my daily like work vehicle, you know. Parking up in the car park at work, jumping out. Fuel economy absolutely awful. And explore the beauty of Arkansas. Next one they're doing, by the way, is Louisiana. So expect some swamps. That's what I think of Louisiana. Swamps and moonshine. I'd love it if there was like a moonshine delivery. That'd be cool. I'm not good driving these trucks when there's no trailer. I mean, some would say I'm not very good at driving the trucks when there is a trailer. And they'd be right. They would be right. Yeah, you can tell that the attention level of detail that we have in these newer areas is really good. I saw actually on their blog they were saying that SCS, this is the makers of the truck simulator games, we are absolutely rocking the speed limit there. They're redoing Germany at the minute in Euro Truck Simulator, which is cool. When they do England, I will jump back over. At the minute, I am really enjoying American Truck Simulator. I think it's very different to Euro Truck Simulator. Okay, gameplay wise, it's not any different, but the scenery is very different, and it's nice to kind of. Oh God, you suck! I hate the police. Do I really need headlights on at the minute? I don't think I do. Maybe there's a law around here where you have to have them on at all time. Okay. That's what we want, isn't it? Norfolk? I live near Norfolk. Cheeky little 10 grand here to get us into the new area. And then we can next time maybe do a kind of Arkansas to Texas type jobby. Because Texas I still haven't been to either, so. And it's a big boy, Texas. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's not really lined up, is it? I was like, oh, they're going to be really fussy with this, but the reality is there that was pretty bad parking. Okay. Okay, really, really wide on there. But that's okay. It's still 200 miles, to be fair, this trip. So, we'll see how long this takes us. It's a pretty long old thing as well. I think this truck looks really good with like a nice chrome trailer on the back. You can buy your own trailers in this and kind of do deliveries that way. I have a feeling it's not worth it. I think some people have said like it does add to another level of realism if you want to do that sort of thing, but I feel like from things I've read on Reddit, people have said like financially it doesn't really help you because you need so many different trailers for so many different things that you are better off sticking to what I'm doing, which is where you buy a truck and you can then go and deliver stuff. I mean, obviously in the beginning it's a good idea to just take the jobs, get other people's trucks and kind of do it that way because, well, firstly you don't have the money and secondly it does save you money on things like fuel and bits and bobs like that, so that's cool. But you know, everything about this game for me is about Oh dear. I felt like I drove so well with that Volvo. Maybe I need to buy a Volvo. Yeah, everything in this game for me is about kind of like upgrading trucks, getting new trucks. That's a lot of fun. If it didn't have that element to it, I don't think I would play the game. It's nice to get that kind of payoff at the end of a delivery. I do like the deliveries, but you know, it wouldn't be the same game. Come on, we can beat this. Beat him on the inside. We're going nearly 60 and he's still going past us. Was that where we dropped off? I feel like it was. Just kind of had to go back on ourselves a little bit. It's not exactly ray tracing, is it? It's not bad though, actually, considering. Is it actually the cars? It is actually the cars that are going past. That is quite impressive, like reflected. If you don't know what I'm talking about, because I feel like I didn't explain that, but that is quite impressive. That is quite impressive. I will give them that. So that's sunflower field. That's lovely. We were driving past that with my wife. She would 100% make me stop and take pictures. Because that has literally happened on a couple of occasions. I do need to sleep as well, actually, in this game. I'll move over for you, sir. And mind you, 3 hours feels like such a waste, doesn't it? To sleep. We might make it. I'm going to try it. What's the worst that can happen, eh? If only you could choose to sleep for less time. See, now we're hitting speed limits in the Mac. We could have gone off and rested there. As I said, it feels like such a waste. It's under 3 hours now. We just put our foot down. We can do this. Just take some meth or something. That's what truck drivers do, right? It's a toll road coming up again. I don't really think they had toll roads like this in America. I must say, I haven't come across them before in other states. Okay, so this one will charge us later. $11. The cheek of it. $11. I do also want to head back as well to kind of the Oregons and places like that. I did love driving around Oregon. It was so good. But I'm excited to discover more about the places the new kind of places we've got. I don't know which state I would be most excited about driving in. Oh, New York probably, right? New York would be fascinating, right? Because obviously Manhattan would be just mental. um, it would be really crazy. I mean, you can see they've got cities, so it's not. It's Oklahoma, Tulsa, not Oklahoma. But I think New York Truck Simulator would be bonkers. I think we're way off that yet, though. I think you could find that could be like the lot. I mean, I was talking about this, I think, in the last episode of like when I first started playing this game. Ballpark. I didn't think they would ever actually finish America. Like the speed at which things were coming out, I was like, yeah, it's things move very quickly in like video games, and I thought, oh, maybe we'll get a bit of the like West Coast. They've already exceeded what I thought they would do, and the pace at which they're getting things out is actually quite impressive now, which makes me think that I kind of said that they could it'd probably take them another 9 years to finish it. They could start ramping up even more. To actually finish it, I think would be a heck of an achievement. Like, I don't think we would have seen anything like that in video games. I mean, they're not far off doing Euro Truck Simulator, to be completely honest with you. They've got Greece, I think, coming next. There's not a lot left. In all honesty, I think they're going to start redoing areas soon. But yeah, America as a whole essentially they've got 49 states to do, because you're not going to do Alaska and you're not going to do Hawaii. Well, you're definitely not going to do Hawaii. You could do Alaska. I think I spoke about that as well. That would be awesome. But I just love the way you can just go through that and no one stops you or does anything. It's awesome. There's like 2 crashes. God bless those like big hard shoulders on American roads. Yeah, I'd be interested to know if they think they're going to finish it, or if they're just like, we're just going to carry on doing DLC and see what happens, or if they are genuinely like, this is the game plan, by 2030 we're going to have the game done. I say game done is a bit harsh, right? The game's done. It's just they've got to add DLC essentially. Yeah. I mean, I guess they'd say, yeah, we're planning on finishing it. They probably planned that from day one, right? But realistically, it's a massive undertaking to kind of map America in this way, in this kind of not 100% realistic way, but it's the most detailed I'd say you've got out of anything. I'm starting to get a bit tired, but we have not got far left. 50 miles is nothing. Not in a Mac. Yeah, I really hope they do finish it. And as I said, I think that would be one of the most impressive achievements in like video games. To have that kind of sustained kind of work, and to be able to financially do it, because, in order for them to carry on, they've got to sell, DLC, and like fair play to, all the mugs out there like me who buy it all, but like, they have to sell it, and they have to kind of their business model is, I guess working at the minute for them. And they've also got to not get bought out by someone who's going to compromise that vision or anything like that. They've also got to not turn around and be like, we're going to start making American Truck Simulator 2 now, or Euro Truck Simulator 3. Leaving Cherokee Nation. So I think it's really interesting to see where we go in the next few years. Ultimately, I think where they've got up to, as I said, is impressive for me. If they didn't make another DLC, I'd be like, that's a really good accomplishment. Like, you can hold your head up and be proud of that. They are obviously still making DLC, so that's cool. But I feel like the size of the map is substantial, and the differences in the areas is really interesting. So as I said, they can hold their hands up, and any point, in my opinion, they can turn around and go, we're kind of done now. But it is exciting that you always like, I'm going to play this game because in a couple of months' time we're going to have Louisiana, or we're going to have, I don't know where will be next after Louisiana. Georgia? No, I don't know. I should know more about American states. It's probably something I should do a bit more homework on, to be fair. Alright, we're very close, but we are also very tired. So we might start blacking out any moment. This is a bridge. Illinois River. There is a police car behind us flashing lights. I do not want that police car to go past me because he will probably fine me for being tired. But I think he might be catching me. We've just got to get up this way and turn left. I'm not sure if we're going to get that lucky. Springdale. We might if we just whip over here. Okay, that's my bad. I absolutely panicked, thinking I wasn't going to make that turn. And I did, and we didn't get fined. Ho, 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 ho. Perfect. Okay. Where's the... Oh. We can do this. It's not a lot of extra cash, but it's... It's 10 grand. We nearly got us to level 16, to be fair. Excellent, okay. Well, we are going to leave it there now. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time.